Welcome to this presentation of the analysis of the Consumer Complaints Database for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The metrics used were the 3-month rolling averages of the complaint counts for this period of 3 months versus the same period last year. As part of the initial data investigation, the data was loaded into Trifacta, which allowed us to look at the different values in the data fields and their distributions, which allowed us to derive a design for the application. The data was then loaded into Qlik Sense using Qlik's advanced ETL scripting language. A Qlik Sense application was built using Qlik's dashboard analysis and reports methodology. A dashboard was built showing the metrics for high-level users. So we can see the 4 main metrics: complaints, average time to send, percentage timely, and percentage disputed on the left-hand side, and beside those a bar chart showing how those current values compare with the same period last year. Beside those is a spark line showing how that value has changed over the 15 months in question, from June 2015 to August 2016. On the right-hand side are bar charts showing us the top products and the top companies that are being complained about. These bar charts are interactive, so I can click on one of these, and making that selection, everything else updates to reflect what's in there. I can also change the type of metric that's being displayed. So for example, change from complaints to the percentage change year on year. A number of additional views have also been created for analysis. For example, this set of bar charts allow us to fully interact with the data and see how our selections change other values over the data set. I can clear different selections, I can look at different organizations, I can look at different issues as I want to do so. Additional views include trends, which allow us to see how things have changed over time. So I can drill into all of my detail here and look at, for example, mortgages versus, say, credit reporting. I can also look and see this information in a map view of the United States, where we have the states colored by the number of complaints per 100,000 people. So here we can see high numbers of complaints in Georgia, also in Maryland, and in Florida. A similar analysis can be performed with a scatter chart, where we compare the population versus the number of complaints, and with the number of complaints per 100,000 people color coding each of the dots and also sizing the dots. So we can pick out Georgia again, Maryland, and Florida, and this gives us a perspective of the size of the population. We have also created a number of reporting views. These are tabular views showing the metrics, and users can still interact with these fully, and they can also export this information to an appropriate data type. This next view shows a comparison using normalized values for the total credit in the United States, which you can see is steadily increasing over time in the last number of years, and looking at the normalized complaint numbers across all of the different products. We can also now look at, well, for a particular product such as mortgage, how does that profile look? And that appears to not be tracking the market, whereas, for example, a different product such as credit reporting, this does seem to be tracking the market since it started to be recorded in late 2012. To further analyze this, the data was loaded into R, and a script was written that allows us to look at all of the data across all of the products and see how it correlates and how it co-varies with the credit information. And we can see that many of the products do co-vary and do correlate reasonably well, but we can see that payday loans, for example, and mortgages do not. This is actually easier to see in the visuals than in the raw numbers. So we can see the products that do co-vary and the products that obviously do not. Thank you for your time.